with 2 games remaining. Can GeeLand deliver on his Champions League promise? Stay tuned to find out on this episode of the Villa Thriller.
Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Alright lads, GeeLand here, back again with another episode of the Villa Thriller. So, from where we last left off, which was that lucky 0-0 against Tottenham, we had a bit of a lucky escape against Wolves, won that 3-2, and then we went on to absolutely smash QPR in the face, 5-0. Yeah. Will Snardo getting 2, Danny Ceballos with 1, Almami Toure and Steph Pijnenberg. And we now go on to the last 2 games of the season against Everton and Southampton. Let's get on to the Everton game then, shall we? And we bring you this Premier League game between Everton and Aston Villa. Everton line up like this. Berkey in goal, with Seamus Coleman at right back, Vida and Engels as the centre backs, with Bidwell at left back, McCarthy and Traore as the centre mids, Arnautovic on the right, Garcia in the middle, Lewis Baker on the left, and Bertozzi as the lone striker. Aston Villa sticking with the 4-4-2 diamond narrow, with Lafont in goal, Benzar, Ponk, Ehrman and Robertson as the back line, with Robinson Reno in defensive midfield, Marchetti and Kerem as the centre mids, Danny Ceballos as the attacking midfielder, with Callum Wilson and Steph Pijnenberg as the 2 strikers. Let's get on to kick-off. So we kick off here. Do need a result in this one, just to cement that top 4 place. I think we've got it already in the bag. Champions League football next year, but we just want to make it more convincing as they have a free kick. Baker swings it in, it's headed out. Traore, Engels, tackled by Kerem. He puts it up to Pijnenberg, who is driving at the Everton defence. He cuts inside, passes to Ceballos. Oh my days! Danny Ceballos. I want to see this in 3D because that looked sexual. Yeah, Pijnenberg cuts inside, passes to Ceballos, takes it first time. Oh, what an absolute beauty of a goal. Absolute screamer. Lovely stuff by the Spaniard there. Bidwell with the throw-in. Traore. Bidwell swings it into Bertozzi. Arnautovic. Free at the back stick and he scores. Crikey. Alright then. Don't know what Robertson was doing there. Just started running away from Arnautovic. Just because, Highlight just before half time. Pijnenberg, Kerem. Will Snardo. Through to Pijnenberg. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. They're really impressing me today with the standard of goal. Steph Pijnenberg. He's been an absolute beast all season. Just wasn't expecting him to shoot, and I don't think the goalie did either. So caught him off guard and smashed it into the back of the net. And we go into half time 2-1 to the good. I'd like a more convincing lead, but can't have everything. As we restart for the second half, Kerem with the corner swings it in. Oh, it's somehow found its way into the net. I think it's Pijnenberg. I don't think Pijnenberg's jumping reach is that good, so let's see if it takes a nick off anyone. Kerem swings it in. No, bloody hell. Pijnenberg rises like a salmon. Salmonberg. Robertson, Ceballos to Pijnenberg. That's a dick. Ooh, Berkey does well to save it there. Pijnenberg's on absolute fire today. Fireberg. Another highlight. We're absolutely playing him out the park today. Kerem, Pijnenberg. Kerem, Ceballos, Will Snardo. Oh, lovely football. Will Snardo delivers a delicious ball into Pijnenberg and he heads it into the back stick to complete his hat-trick. Absolute hat-trick Berg. Oh yeah, floating cross. Pijnenberg rises like a salmon, like he did before. Highlight, just before the end of the game, Garcia, Christie, Lookman. block though, and Moreno has it. Plays it up to Wilsonado. Passes it to Kerem. Back to Wilsonado in the centre. Plays it out to Robertson on the left hand side. Doesn't really play a ball in, but Zaidua lumps it up, but only to Telander. Takes it under control, passes it to Moreno. Abdul Rahman. Kerem. Pijnenberg. Wilsonado. Abdul Rahman. Pass it to Wilsonado, and he finishes it off. Cool, calm and collected. 5-1 Aston Villa. Sound. And that about wraps up the game. 5-1 Aston Villa. Not bad, eh? And it's the final game week of the Premier League season. And we have a match for you here. Aston Villa versus Southampton. Aston Villa come into this with 2 5-goal victories. And they start like this. Alban Lafont in goal. Benzar, Toure, Ehrman and Robertson as the back line, with Lucas Silva as the defensive midfielder, Vincent Marchetti and Kerem as the centre mids, Dani Ceballos as the attacking midfielder, with the 2 strikers, Callum Wilson and Steph Pijnenberg, who have created such a good partnership over this season. Southampton line up like this: Forster in goal, Cedric, Gomez, Velasquez and Target as the back 4, the midfield 3 made up of Ward-Prowse, Classy and Højbjerg, with Denis Suarez as the attacking midfielder, and the 2 strikers, Gabbiadini and Borja Baston. Let's get on to kick off. Alright, so we kick off. Need to get this bloody league table and see where we actually finish. We're currently in second. Hopefully it stays that way, because it's much more convincing, isn't it? We could finish 4th. That's the lowest we can come. So we've got Champions League in the bag, which is quite pleasing. But I'd like to be up there. Oh, they've scored. But we're still in second, so I'm not that bothered. If it takes us out of second, then I'll be pretty pissed off. Yeah, it's a corner. Kind of missed it. Ward-Prowse swings it in. Borja Baston, unmarked, at the front stick, heads it into the net. 1-0 Southampton. We have a corner now. Kerem swings it in. Headed out, only to Robertson, who takes it down this left-hand side. Swings it into Ceballos. Kerem, out to Benzar. Oh! Romario Benzar. What an absolute season he has had. And to think I was going to get rid of him as well. But no, we have another highlight. Kerem, Robertson, swings it in. Wilsonado heads it out, but Robertson swings it in again. Ceballos. Oh! Just hits the side netting. With a fantastic block by Southampton, to be honest. Highlight in the 39th minute. Robertson. Lucas Silva. Robertson again. He's been quite active in this first half. Wilsonado driving at the defence. Pijnenberg, he's got options. Doesn't pick any of them because he gets tackled. And they are on the break. Borja, Gabbiadini. Back to Borja. Oh, vital save by Lafont there. Absolutely vital. Ooh, we've gone down to third as we go into half time. I reckon we can win this. We've had positive signs. Just need to get back out there and keep playing as we're playing, because it's going to come. The second goal's going to come. And we're going to finish second. I've called it. That's what's going to happen. As we kick off for the second half. Going to go attacking, so it's more likely that we're going to get that second goal. To be fair, I'm not too bothered with third. I'm fine with third. That's alright, isn't it? If we have a highlight though, Wilsonado out to Benzar. Oh, mugs his man off. And to Ceballos in the back stick. What's going on there? And it's in the net anyway. I don't know if that's going to be disallowed. No, it's a goal. I would like to see the 3D replay, to be honest, because I didn't really know what happened there. Let's get a better look. Benzar takes his man on. Plays a lovely cross in. And a bit of loss of communication with Forster and the defender. And Ceballos just... So you two finished with here? And then just pokes it in the net. Easy, 2-1, and we're up to second. Another highlight though, Wilson Aldo into Pijnenberg, into Marchetti. Oh, hits the post. But York gets it away. Don't know who York is, I guess he's a regen. Oh, they seem to be on the break though here. York. Vital challenge. He's an absolute specimen. Ward-Prowse with a free kick. Plays it to Velázquez. And Borja heads it in. And it's 2-2. Golly gosh, and we go down to third. It was all going too well, wasn't it? Had to get another, didn't they? Yeah. Even though they've had minimal chances. And they've scored 2 goals out of it. Yeah, look at that. 4 shots. And then 2 goals. This game. Alright, we're going to go with a bit of a control. I'm going to try and control the game for the last 15 minutes or so. So I made a couple of changes in attack. Luka Zahovic on for Steph Pijnenberg and Dusan Tadic for Dani Ceballos, just to get some fresh attacking legs on the pitch. And there's a bloody highlight, 78th minute. So there's Ward-Prowse into York. Lingard back to target. Tadic nicks it off Højbjerg. Wilson Aldo. Lucas Silva plays it out to Robertson on this left hand side. He puts the ball in, and Luka Zahovic! He's bloody put it in the back of the net, hasn't he? Great managerial move there. Look at this little bit of hair. That just shows how excited I got. Just put that back. Yeah, look at this. Robertson swings it in. Luka Zahovic into the back of the net. What a substitution. And Robertson to Tadic. Grujic. Out to Benzar. Can he score again? Very close. Very close. Almost scored his 6th goal of the season. 5 goals for a right back's pretty good, isn't it? And the clock is ticking down to that magic 93-minute mark. And there we have it. 3-2 Aston Villa. We win the last game of the season. And you know what that means? Second place! Woo! Fucking get in! Yes! I'll see you next season in the Champions League. Well, thank you for watching the video. I'm going to teach you how to be a lad now in 2 simple steps. Step 1, like the video. You know, the little thumbs up thing down below? Yeah, do that. And step 2, subscribe to the bloody channel, please. And after those 2 steps are complete, you are now 100% a lad.